Hello, beautiful friends. Happy Empowered Wednesday, and welcome to another episode of The Mindful Entrepreneur, where we talk all about finding that perfect harmony and flow in both business and life so you feel empowered when you're leading your business and really living your dream fulfilling life. And because this is our first episode of 2025, I know this is going to be a fabulous, fabulous year because we're going to make it happen a fabulous year. I want to wish you from the bottom of my heart a year full of love, full of happiness, full of health, full of possibilities, prosperity, and all your dreams coming true. And thank you again for being here. And I have a special guest today who will be joining us in a second. Her name is Alexia Hatjoullis, and she's a wellness consultant, so she'll be jumping in a second. And I just wanted to take a quick moment as I'm looking at these beautiful earrings that my friend Tanya made, and this is my Christmas gift from her. She's the owner of Spread Love, Not Fear, and this is from her new collection. So, of course, they had to be blue, right? So thank you again, Tanya, for this beautiful gift. And I'm about to welcome Alexia. Coming on, and we're going to talk all things life and business and how do we bring that some harmony. There she is. Hello,
Hello.
Alexia. Good morning. How are
Good
you?
morning. I'm fine. How are you?
I am fantastic.
Can you hear
I'm
me?
just adjusting my volume. Hang on.
Yeah.
Okay. I see you. I hear you. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you too. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah,
Perfect.
that's great.
Perfect. So welcome. Welcome to the Mindful Entrepreneur.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. And congratulations. Oh my
Oh,
God.
yes, thank you. We found out
Yeah.
what Alexia is returning to. So we actually just found out this morning that we won Canada's Choice Award for Best Business Coaching in Burlington. So we are super excited. It was kind of unexpected. So I'm really beaming today. So thank you,
Yeah.
Alexia.
So lovely.
It's a beautiful, you know what? It's so nice when you don't expect something and it happens and it's like the new year and it's great.
Yeah. And it's a great way to start the new year.
Absolutely. So Alexia, thank you so much. I know you have a million things going on, so I just appreciate you being here. And I wanted for you to share a little bit about yourself and what you do, your journey, and then we jump into some, because we're all about those practical strategies. We'll talk about that. So
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah, just quickly about me. I mean, I'm in the mid-50s. I have two beautiful girls, 19 and 27, and I've been working all my life in the corporate world, in marketing. I have a leadership background at school, from school, but I've also been a leader for like 20 years. So, but I've always been on the side very triggered by everything that has to do with inner work or people, and I just really love development and growth. So that brought me to a lot of holistic ways of thinking, meditation, yoga, and then that's basically what I'm working with now, a meditation teacher, and I'm a wellness consultant today. So I've just taken the big leap from the corporate world last year, and will now be an entrepreneur and just going for it.
Amazing. And you know what? Congratulations, because
Thank you.
I know taking that leap takes lots of courage,
Yeah.
right? To jump into that unknown. But yeah, it seems like you just couldn't say no to those whispers of your heart
Yeah.
and where
I
you're.
mean, I've been pushed into it by everything's telling me this is where I need to go.
Yes.
So
Oh,
yeah.
I just got shivers. So thank you for sharing. It's a beautiful thing when we step into our purpose, isn't
Yeah.
it?
it is. And it's like, because I am where I am now, it feels right and it feels good and I'm calm. And I'm not like stressing about anything. So that's very, very good to be there. Yeah, I love
Yes,
that.
yes, yes. It's like that fulfillment. You can feel it.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And share what type of things and practices do you do, especially as I know I've been talking to um, some friends and some clients, and everyone is already starting to feel like, oh my goodness, it's only January 8th. And they're feeling they're already behind. So, there is always those expectations as we start a new year and that overwhelm. So, what do you do to bring more of that harmony into your life?
Well, I think it's important. The word that you said now is
Yeah.
overwhelm, because there's overwhelm all over the place, in
Mm,
every way. And it's so easy when you feel this overwhelm, it's so easy to kind of just get this too much, and you're looking too much in the future,
mm,
especially. And taking everything on in one go and going too much in the future brings up the stress.
mhm,
So if you kind of bring yourself back to the moment, it's much easier. So with meditation, I feel, many people are meditating now, and I think that the fact of meditating, it trains you every day. It's like going to the gym,
mm,
but the meditation is training you to go back to this moment, all the time. Um, that's one of the practical things that I believe in. And then I have incorporated it in a morning ritual. I went all in a year ago. I've always been on and off. I want to do this yoga in the morning. I want to do
yeah.
morning ritual. Then I was too tired, or I went to bed too late. You know
Yes.
the drill. And then I decided last January, I had to really, really work for it. So I did a challenge on it. And once you start with that, it's very difficult to stop. And I think that sets the ground, how do you say, the platform, or the momentum for the day,
Mhm,
so that when you go out in the day, you kind of are more like solid and more in yourself and present. So when things come up, it's so much easier to stay centered. So that is kind of, in the morning ritual, I do meditation, I do a little reading, I do a grateful journal, I put down my goals, and then I have a bit of exercise. So it can take from 2 minutes to 1 hour. It depends on the time you have. But then the other thing is bringing that out into the day. So
mhm,
you've done all the training, you've done the groundwork, but then things happen. So
mhm.
if you have, for example, as an entrepreneur, there's like 1 million things and there's nobody telling you what to do. It's important to do one thing at a time and then focus and
Mhm.
discipline.
Yes.
So I think very important is to focus on one thing at a time and do that one thing and be strict with the mobile, which is peeping, with everybody calling you or wanting to talk to you. You have to say, I have set this time and I'm working on this and this is my priority. So to do that, I time block, um, in the evening or in the week before I start the week,
Yeah.
and I make a lot of work in the planning. So that is just one example of bringing the
Yes.
mindfulness into the day. And then it's also very, very, very important, I think, for me to rest. I've
Mhm.
been more and more aware of not pushing and pushing and pushing, because you wear yourself out and you're doing
Yes.
everything. So just one breath, if I take my oils in my hand and I just breathe really deeply 3 times, that is better than not doing it at all. It's just like centering yourself if you start getting a bit sort of stressed
Mhm.
out or worried, or yeah. So that is kind of some of the things that
Yeah.
I do. Yeah,
And Alexia, you said two things that jumped out to me because it is about really deciding, right?
yeah,
Like when you even talked about the morning routine, and we know life happens. Listen, and some call me morning routine queen. So those that follow me, they're always seeing me either by the water or in the forest in the morning. I'm meditating because I think this is where we're very similar. It's that calling of being present and really doing the inner work and connecting with universe and spreading your light and using the tools that bring us to that inner self and inner knowing. But I think it is about deciding, knowing that it's the life will continue to throw things at us, right? Especially I always say, throw a few kids into the mix and entrepreneurial things, and there goes your day. But when you can decide that, you know what, and in decision, there's so much power, and allowing yourself a little bit of grace, right? When those moments happen, I think that's where the power is. So allowing that grace and saying, you know what, it's okay, right? Maybe I need to adjust a little bit. And then you talked about being mindful around, and I know what you mean, around the social media or tasking, because that could be, and we did this energy audit with one of my clients, and you're right, like some people just don't have the discipline. And I mean, the app itself, right, even we're on Instagram, it's designed to kind of suck you in. But I think when we bring awareness to what we're doing and why we're doing it. So for example, for me, what's helpful, and I hope whoever is listening, and we have few people online right now, just really bring awareness and set intention. So if you're picking up the phone, are you doing it for entertainment? Are you doing it for maybe lead generation? Maybe you're doing it to follow up with someone, but set a timer, because that helps that check-in. And I think it's like when we bring awareness to everything we're doing, and to your point, having those practices, whether it's breathing and centering yourself, I think those can be really easy and free, beautiful tools.
Yeah, I think I totally agree. We're on the same wavelength, but because awareness is, I can even hear myself saying when I'm picking up the phone, okay, you're now doing this. Do you want to do this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm actually speaking to myself. And the one thing I realized, because I've been kind of the queen of procrastinating, or maybe watering my plants before I have to write something that I find difficult, you know,
Of
because it's just,
course.
you
Yeah.
know, you're just, oh, I don't want to. But I just woke up this year thinking it's discipline. So my word for this year is discipline.
Oh,
And discipline, not because I want to be strict or squared, you know, I'm still flexible, but discipline because it's an act of self-love to yourself, because you know, by being disciplined, you will get where you want to be, you know. So
yeah.
that's kind of what I'm working on every day now, the discipline. I wake up and I think, because now I don't have to rush to a work at a
Yeah.
certain hour. It's so easy to become very late before you get effective, you know.
Yes.
So it's more like, okay, it's this time now, and by this time I need to be at my chair, you know, and then you work towards that. That's the
Yeah.
discipline.
And I love it. You know what? I love it so much because, yeah, like instead of, it's almost like rewiring your brain.
Yeah.
Instead of seeing discipline as a chore, you actually are changing the meaning of it. Discipline is part of self-love. So
Yeah.
I am keeping to the commitments I'm making, and the promise I'm making to myself. And I love that you have a word, because I have a word. And when I was doing the vision boarding workshop earlier in November with so many amazing women, everyone chose a word. And for me, I can't pick just one. So my main word is connection. So connection with myself. So I learn more about me, but also connection with others, and not on a surface level, but really going deeper into a relationship. So that's my grounding word. And the sub word, because I tend to kind of be running, and I try to be very mindful of the things that I'm doing, it's showing myself grace.
Yeah.
So grace is also part of that word,
That is
because right,
so
like
beautiful.
it can be, it can be stressful, right?
Yeah. I love it. I love it. That's so important, because it combines the both of two worlds. Yeah, it's really lovely.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And I love it. So tell me, where did you place your words? So you always are saying it.
Well, I've done is that I've made a paper that I've laminated,
Yes.
and then I put my goals and my words in my pocket. So I always carry it with me so that I can see it every day, several times a day.
Yes.
I have it sort of very, very with me all the time. So that's really nice.
Okay.
Yeah,
No, I
yeah.
love that. I love that so much. And so would you say, because we talked about the mindfulness and some of the practices and tools you're leveraging to make sure you feel empowered and also disciplined, part of that self-love, what is one of, would you see, like more of a business practice that you're going to be implementing, integrating to really make sure that you're staying on track and working on your goals?
Well, oh, there's so many things I would like to say there, but for me, well, I'm trying to understand your question completely. But one of the things for my business is actually having a mentor. I have had a
Beautiful.
mentor, and I think I maybe will always try to have one
Yeah.
because it's a way of accountability, but
Yes.
learning, continue learning, and having somebody who looks from it from another side.
Yeah.
So that's one thing.
Yeah.
But there's another thing that's been showing up very important for the business, and it's maybe not spot on what you were thinking as an answer, but the fact is that you never get where you want to be if you don't work on your limits, the things that are stopping you.
Yes.
So it actually parallel with the practical part of making the planning and pushing yourself, it's actually seeing what are my limited
Mm.
beliefs, so to work on those, because I think I will, we will all get very much faster to the goals if we actually work on the limiting beliefs, because all they're doing are holding us back. So I really, really think that's important. And then I have one of my difficult, well, not difficult, but limiting beliefs have been that I haven't gone deep enough inwards. Or
Mm.
I would like to, now that's the critic, but I mean, I would love to go deeper, but I want also to speak out my voice clearer and not hide so much and be more of me. And I
Yes.
think that I'm talking a lot about the personal stuff now, but I think those things are so underestimated
Mm.
in the way. But then on the other hand, it's more practical wise. I um, love planning. I think I am not completely finished with my 25 plan yet because I came a bit behind with the
Yeah.
long Christmas,
Yeah.
but I've done a lot of it and I love planning because planning is everything, is kind of a mantra.
Mm.
So the vision boarding that you said and that we've done, and kind of put the headlines of where you want to be,
Mm-hmm.
and just like you said with the grace, not get attached
Mm-hmm.
to the goals as
Yes.
much, but more have them as like visions out there, and then enjoy the journey and the development of who you become on that way. That's something that's, I think, is extremely rewarding. And
Yes.
then the other important thing that I think that will help me is what do I want to be earning, and how am I going to break that down into
Mm.
offers and potential clients. So it's have a realistic like the smart goals, but
Yes.
work business wise and money wise. What's the packaging? What's the price? And who are the clients? And work very dedicated on that.
Yeah. That's
I don't know. Was that
beautiful.
kind of
Yeah,
yeah?
no, you know what? No, no, no. And I absolutely had no expectations. That's why I always tell my guests that it's what is working for you,
Yeah.
because as a business coach, as a life coach, I leverage all these tools, and you're completely speaking my heart right now because I feel so. Couple things from like that self-limiting beliefs, you can have the most powerful strategy, and the business coach, right, can tell you this is the strategy, but if your own beliefs are stopping you, you will not take that action forward. So I always encourage someone that, you know, that your past or whatever the experiences were, they do not define you. you should honor your story, your past, but it's time, if you want to move forward towards the vision and to create the, whether you call it the dream life or really um, uh, embrace your purpose and make that true impact in the world that you so desire, it does require taking that action.
Mm.
And that's where, you know, you don't, and I love what you said about um, having the goal and the vision and the plan in place. um, so it's almost like a lighthouse, but knowing that it's okay not to know the how,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
being open, because sometimes we may think, oh, like the other day I was working with someone, and you know, they used to work with like another business coach, and they were told this one strategy, but the strategy wasn't aligned with who they are as a person, and it was very unauthentic. So everything we do, it really need to be aligned with our values and our purpose and the way we do things, because you can't force, right,
No.
someone to do something, and because there's so many different ways, but they have to be aligned. And it's funny that you, so maybe I'll make a little plug right now. So, because when you're talking about goals, like I think the other day I was looking, it was about 92%, and that's from Psychology Today. 92% of goals and people actually setting goals, they don't come true. They don't get
No.
realized because one, either they're not tangible enough, two, there is no clear path, like no clear plan, and three, they're lacking accountability.
Yeah.
So for that reason, and I know it's always like, you know, in a corporate, you knew and you learn probably that the first 90 days are always so key, right? Either you have a new employee to the team, or you're starting a project. Those 90 days really create that momentum and the passion, right? Like putting all of that into tactical strategies. So I actually created a program called Goal Power Up. So whoever is listening today, please go to my bio and look at the program. You can join anytime, but we are starting on Monday, January 13th. It's a 12-week program where Mondays at noon, we'll get together, we'll do a masterclass, all things visibility, sales, marketing, networking. And Wednesdays, I call them get shit done Wednesdays, where we literally work together for an hour getting it done. So it's about learning and then putting things into that inspired action. So yeah, I feel when we are supported and have the right strategy, right support, we can make things happen.
Sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
That's great. Great.
I'm super excited, and I see a couple people on the line, and they are coming. I know,
Ah,
Jan. I can't wait to see you. So I'll see you at noon on Monday. So thank you for saying yes to it.
yeah.
And I think I saw Kathy on this too. So see you, Kathy, as well. So anything else? Like, how do people continue journey with you, Alexia?
Oh, well, I mean, I'm on Instagram, obviously, and can contact me there. My handle is Alexia Hatjoullis, which probably is figured in your post. And other than that, I'm on email also, but that's Instagram's fine, actually. Yeah, because it
Beautiful. And I think you have our audience could access one of your free meditations, right?
well, what I yeah, that's thank you for asking. That what I have is there are introduction courses to meditation, but it's for the time being it's just a freebie.
Okay.
It kind of just gives it helps you to go past the pain points of why one doesn't want to because you don't think you can and this.
Mhm.
But shortly there will be also a digital meditation course, and I'm working on a signature method also. So
Yay. Okay. I'm
yes.
so proud of you. So I can't
Yeah.
wait to see that. Yes.
So I hope
Beautiful.
loads want to follow it, and then I do try and post a little bit of inspiration for meditation, and I will be developing that more now that I have more time.
Amazing. And yeah, I love seeing your posts. They're always so encouraging and I feel always so like, so
Yeah.
calm.
Thank you. Thank
So
you.
you're definitely, following your purpose and it really, really shows.
Yeah, I am. The word is purpose, and that's it. Just the purpose is more important than the fear and the challenges.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
And throw discipline
Yeah.
into it and you're becoming unstoppable.
That's it.
Beautiful. Any final words?
No, I've just been very happy to meet you, and I'm very happy this has been a wonderful chat, and looking forward to following you. Also, continuing.
Thank you so much. And again, I really, really appreciate you taking the time today and welcoming this amazing 2025. Thank you very much for being here. And to all of our audience, thank you. And we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Wishing you
Thank
an
you.
amazing week ahead. Mwah. And a
Bye.
year.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.